It is 12 o'clock in the it's 12 o'clock in the morning, and I'm making a video about Trisha Paytas. What is my life? And I don't even have 200 subscribers, so I'm making this for anyone who sees. Seriously, what is my life? So yes, this video is about Trisha Paytas, and the reason I'm making a video about her is because she is my guilty pleasure. I admit it. She's my guilty pleasure. And I hate that I admit it, but I do. Mainly because, look, I know she's extremely problematic.
What is happening in China? Are the Chinese invading us? Because I do not need World War III or 4 happening right now. Like,
I know she's crazy.
I woke up this morning feeling like a chicken nugget.
I know she has lots of mental health issues.
Well, what did Hitler do that was so bad?
I know she's a troll.
So do I think I'm transgender? Yes, 1,000%. Do I identify with my natural born gender? 1,000%.
But I'm not gonna lie, I find her hilarious. Like, it's hard to make me laugh, but she genuinely makes me laugh. Like, when I watch old Frenemies episodes, I generally die. Like, I'm so sad that podcast ended, but that's a video for another time. This video, in particular, is about her music and why it failed. Why it failed. Not saying she's not going to release any music in the future, because she definitely might. But, you know, as we all know, she's married and has a baby now, so she probably is, like, settling down, not doing anything too crazy. I honestly don't know if she still posts on OnlyFans. Like, I genuinely don't know. I really don't. That'd be kind of funny if she does. Like, while she has her daughter. That'd be pretty hilarious. But I genuinely don't know if she does. No, but all seriousness, I'm not just saying this because I'm biased, but I genuinely love her music. Like, I honestly love her music. And that's a problem. That's a problem to say that I enjoy Trisha Paytas' music. Especially because most people has already pointed out that she just, like, rips off other artists' work. And she kind of makes it her own. She even copied her own work with her I Love You, Jesus to I Love You, Moses. Like, she generally ripped off her own song. I didn't think that was possible. But that being said, I generally feel like there's probably two reasons why her music just isn't as big as it could be. And I think the reasons are, first, because she's not a good singer. I admit that. Trisha Paytas generally is not a good singer, and she full-heartedly admits that. I admit it. Everyone listening admits it. She uses a hell of a lot of autotune. Like, it's clear. If you guys don't believe me, take a look at the You Will Always Love Me music video. And her Suddenly Seymour music video.
He'd snap his fingers at me. I'd say suddenly Seymour is standing beside me. He don't give me orders. He don't understand.
In case you guys don't know, I posted the comparison video to Suddenly Seymour, like, on my channel. I posted the comparison to her version and the original version just because I was bored in the middle of the night. Okay, that's the reason I posted it. That being said, again, she's freaking crazy. Like, what I admire about her is that she just freaking goes with it. Like, she just goes with it. Whatever she wants to do, and she drags whoever she wants in with her. Like when she did her song Desperate and Crazy with her ex-boyfriend Jason Nash.
But now I sing
that was hilarious because, I mean, he literally probably just did that just because she kind of forced him to. And Moses, who is her current husband, literally is like not into the whole online persona thing. He doesn't care about it. He's not a public figure, really. He's only famous for dating Trisha or married to Trisha. So I find it so funny how he just like will willingly just do whatever she says. And she just does whatever she wants, which is so hilarious to me. She did I Love You Moses. It wasn't inspired by, obviously, her husband Moses, but of course it was inspired by the biblical Jewish God. I'm not Jewish, I don't know. Moses. So, but she had her husband played Moses as Moses. I don't know.
I love you, Moses. You freed the slaves and you freed my soul. Moses never let me go.
And of course, she did the I Will Always Love You parody for, Dolly Parton. And she had Moses in that too, which I found very hilarious. But back to the point. Yes, her music has always failed mainly because of her voice, but I genuinely don't think that's the main issue. I really don't. Because yes, her voice isn't good, but she definitely gives off like Britney Spears vibes. I know people are gonna come at me for saying that she sounds like freaking Britney Spears. But we all know that Britney Spears faked her voice, for her entire career pretty much. Not saying that was her fault. Obviously, that was her record label. That's a whole other story. But now, Britney Spears basically damaged her voice, so you literally can't. Her voice is damaged. Like, her voice isn't as powerful as it used to be. Here's a clip of her voice when she was like 12 years old.
Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? When we stand together, it's our finest hour. We can do anything, oh anything. Keep believing in that between your heart and mine.
And here's her voice like a few months ago, like her real voice.
Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know that something wasn't right here? Oh, baby, baby, I shouldn't have let you go. And now you're right outside and show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know now. Because my loneliness is killing me. And I must confess, I still believe. When I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a fucking sign. Hit me, baby, one more time.
And as you can tell, very damaged. Not saying it's bad. She probably just needs to relearn how to use her voice again. Now that it's so funny. She full-heartedly admits that like they made her fake her voice. Like it wasn't a theory. It was a theory for a long time, but then eventually she just admitted it was actually real. Like that's actually her voice being damaged. And for Trisha, I feel like, we all know that Trisha is a huge Britney Spears fan. And pretty much her entire career is like based off of her being like a Britney Spears fan, if I'm being completely honest. Because I'm a Britney Spears fan as well. And she made her whole entire life pretty much. Like she said that in 2001 she would dress up as every single one of Britney Spears's costumes for her music videos. She would, of course, cover her songs. She full-heartedly admit that she DMs Britney Spears every single day on Instagram until she gets an answer, which is pretty funny, not gonna lie. She never got an answer, by the way. But, so I do, because like the thing is, Britney Spears is obviously one of those popular pop entertainers like there is, like not just our generation, like ever was. So I generally feel like the voice isn't the issue because Britney Spears definitely has a very auto-tuned, nasally voice, but yet she's super, super popular, and I very much enjoy her songs, mainly because of her songs. Not gonna lie. I'm not a huge fan of Britney Spears' voice, but her songs are freaking fire. Fire. And that's how I feel with Trisha Paytas. Because I feel like there's always a distinction between the voices and the songs. And if you have a good enough song, the voice does not matter. Generally, it does not matter. I just feel like, because Trisha makes those type of songs that you don't even need to listen to her voice, if I'm being completely honest. Because her songs are freaking crazy. I think her best song that is like so underrated, she never promoted it, no one ever talks about it, is her song Iconic, because that is like pure Britney Spears vibes. Like 100% Britney Spears vibes.
I'm feeling down and kinda fancy. Take me downtown to Tiffany's. Get on your knees, 'cause I'm so take a pic and put it on your wall. Iconic.
Because she has the not so good nasally like auto-tune voice, but her song is so poppy, it's danceable, it's fun, it's freaking great. I definitely recommend you listening to that full song. It's on Spotify. I downloaded it on Spotify. The music video is on YouTube. Go check it out. So, but I feel like the main reason Trisha Paytas' music doesn't do as well as people would think is because she's Trisha Paytas. Yeah, I genuinely feel that. I saw a comment on one of her music videos basically saying that same thing. Saying like this song would be like top 10. Like it literally be top 10 if it wasn't Trisha Paytas. Like if it was Britney Spears singing this exact song, oh my god, it would be a freaking smash hit. And it's always a big stigma between Trisha Paytas. Again, I'm not saying I support her, because she does a lot of problematic stuff, and there are times where she freaking pisses me off. I won't lie. There's times where she pisses me off. Like during the whole Frenemies feud, every single fight that they had on that show, I freaking hated Trisha. And this is me coming from more of a Trisha stan than an Ethan stan. Like, I'm generally not that big of a fan of Ethan. Not saying he's like mean or whatever. I just genuinely don't find him that funny. I know this is a really popular opinion, but I never genuinely laughed at something he said. Like, I don't know. I just thought that Trisha made frenemies. Like, I thought that she generally made the show really entertaining. And I also liked their dynamic, like the Ethan and Trisha dynamic. I never liked him separately from her, which sounds really bad. Because I tried to watch the A3 podcast by itself, and I generally wasn't a fan of it, which is like, sorry, I generally wasn't a fan of it. But Trisha Paytas, though, I generally think she's really funny when she's not trying to be funny, like at all. But again, there's always this whole big stigma between Trisha, but like you just label her as like problematic, horrible. Like again, like I said, she always pisses me off sometimes, like not gonna lie. But again, I find her really funny. I find her music actually generally good. And another underrated song, while I'm tossing random Trisha songs out there, is her song Lost and Found. That song generally like gets me in the feels. Like the song, I don't believe she didn't write it. I know that. I know she's not a songwriter, but the song is honestly very meaningful. It's about her childhood. It's about growing up with like, you know, thinking she wasn't worthy, having to get her love and affection from boys and men, doing prostitution, all that kind of stuff. And about how she saw her mom basically get beaten as a little kid by one of her boyfriends. I don't know how accurate that song is to her life. I do know that her mom did have lots of boyfriends while she was growing up because their parents were always really young. But then again, I don't know how accurate it is, but it's a really good song, and the music video is really good too, so I recommend you check that out as well.
I gotta find something more, so far beyond this world. But this little girl's gone so bad. All I need
I definitely think the Trisha songs definitely deserve more hype. So I feel like those are genuinely reasons why she isn't a big star, is mainly because of where she started on YouTube and just her just being known as a problematic person. I feel like that's a way for a lot of YouTubers and TikTokers who make music. I feel like everyone always just assumes it's bad because it's like a TikToker or a YouTuber. Like, for instance, Gabby Hanna. Look, before anyone comes for me, I never seen a Gabby Hanna video ever, but I've seen all the news about her, about how people genuinely hate her and say she's like the devil. And yeah. So I'm on their side because I heard she's pretty messed up and she's a horrible person, so I'll just leave it at that. But I genuinely think she has a good voice and she could definitely be a star.
Let me have this perfect day, but you left it all in ruins. We ended on a perfect day. Really wish I could forget this, 'cause after all this time you give me butterflies, butterflies. Why'd you lie? Don't hurt my butterflies, butterflies. Watch them die. You killed my butterflies, butterflies, butterflies. Ruined my perfect day.
Like, she could definitely be a popular singer, but again, she's a YouTuber, so no one takes her seriously. And also, after this whole Gabby Hanna thing kind of came about, I genuinely feel like no one wants to listen to her music after that. The same thing with Jax on TikTok. Her song Victoria's Secret is a freaking banger. It's a banger.
I know Victoria's Secret, girl, you wouldn't believe. She's an old man who lives in Ohio, making money off of girls like me, cashing in on body issues, selling skin and bones with big boobs. I know Victoria's Secret, she was made up by a dude. Victoria was made up by a dude. Victoria was made up by a dude.
But no one really knows it that much. I mean, yeah, it was popular on TikTok, but like, besides that, it's not really talked about that much, which is kind of sad. I'm probably gonna make a video about Trisha Paytas, about frenemies, and about Nikocado Avocado's new podcast. I know I'm not turning into that kind of YouTuber where I just talk about YouTube stuff. I'm gonna still do videos on Glee, Grey's Anatomy, How to Train Your Dragon. I'm still gonna be doing videos like that. But sometimes I just like to rant, you know? This is my first video in a while where I didn't have a script. I literally sometimes have a script with me, so I keep me on course. But this whole video, I'm winging it, man. I'm completely winging it. At this point, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I probably should get to bed, and you guys probably should too. If it's in the middle of the night. You're one of those middle of the night YouTube scrollers. That's me. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. See you later.